Children don't see material benefits in the same way adults do. Going back to my childhood in Ontario, I distinctly remember a visitor who fussed over me and my sisters and asked us if it was hard to live with so little. Looking up at the stranger, I wondered if he was crazy. Hard? What on earth did he mean? I thought I was living in paradise. It is easy for me now as an adult to understand his point of view, especially after having brought up my own children in the relative wealth of Canada and in this era. But at the same time, I cannot forget that 30 years ago, in my eyes, I saw it as a sign of a weak mind. These places boast none of the material advantages that we take for granted in the developed sectors of the North. Infant mortality rates are high, food is meager, and medicines are always in short supply, if they are available at all. Toys are sticks or tin cans, clothes are made of rags or old t-shirts, babies lack bottles and cribs and strollers, yet nowhere have I seen such radiant smiles or such warm-hearted hugs. Nowhere have I seen greater affection between parents and teens, elderly people and small children, than in these places. Perhaps it is the lack of something to live and work for besides a better car and a bigger house. I think that what our children desperately need is a moral purpose, and a lot of our children here aren't getting that. Instead, they're getting parents who are very concerned about getting them into the right colleges, buying the best clothes for them, giving them an opportunity to live in neighborhoods where they'll lead fine and affluent lives, and where they can be given the best things, to go on interesting vacations, and all sorts of other things. In those places, and others too numerous to name, children are being denied the most basic necessities, let alone the additional trappings that most of us feel we deserve. Yet I firmly believe that ultimately the well-being of a child is not dependent on his or her access to material wealth. Anyone who clings to such a short-sighted mentality has succumbed to a foolish and even dangerous myth. Mother Teresa once observed, after a visit to North America, that she had never seen such an abundance of things. But she went on, she had also never seen such a poverty of the spirit, of loneliness, and of being unwanted. That is the worst disease in the world today, not tuberculosis or leprosy. It is the poverty born of lack of love. Many parents, especially those whose work keeps them away from their families for days or even weeks at a time, try to overcome feelings of guilt by bringing home gifts. Well-meaning as they are, they forget that what their children really want and need is time and attentiveness, a listening ear, and an encouraging word. Unfortunately, many children rarely receive these things. Unfortunately, many adults lack the sense of what this means. They are always too busy to have time for their children. Some parents are so preoccupied with their jobs or their leisure activities that even when they do see their children at the end of a long day, they have no energy to really be there for them. They may sit in the same room, even on the same sofa, but their minds are still at work and their eyes on the evening news. It's a rare father or mother who won't readily admit that they really ought to spend more time with their children. Yet, it's just as rare to find parents who are willing not only to make such a recognition, but also to carry their good intentions into deeds. And deep down, every parent knows that bringing up a child entails more than just providing for them.